Hello, hello, hello. There we go. All right. And good evening. Welcome to the Cardiac Baseball channel, where anything can happen, usually does. I'm Clint, your host tonight. Game we're doing tonight's from April 12th, 1965. We're going to be doing the San Francisco Giants at the Pittsburgh Pirates at the old Forbes Field. In real life, this game went 10 innings on a 1-0 game won by the Pittsburgh Pirates on a home run. Both pitchers went the distance. With me throwing the dice, you never know. Plus, we also played the pinch hitters. We're not afraid to. Just got done with the Mets-Dodgers game on the black, while we were all watching Chris's strat game. Mets beat the Dodgers 3-2 in 10 innings. Don Drysdale threw 11 strikeouts, gave up 6 hits in a loss. He went 9 2/3 innings. I kept him into the 10th inning. The 5th and the 6th hits both came in the 10th inning, so he was actually pitching a gem. Real tight game. Very, very tight and well done game by both teams. Anyway, we're going to set this up. We're transferring the lineups to the starting facility here. We always check our starting lineups automatically. This way here, the game itself knows I've got the real live ones. That's why I do this. We check both teams. And here is our lineup for the San Francisco Giants, the visiting team. Harvey Keene will be playing left field. Hal Lanier is the second baseman. Willie Mays will be playing center. Jim Ray Hart's our third baseman. Willie McCovey will be at first. Jesus Alou will be playing the right field. Tom Haller is our catcher. Jose Pagan is our shortstop, and the pitcher is Juan Marichal. For any guys who are looking at this, anybody's in the gray, they did not play at that time. And that is San Francisco's. The Pittsburgh starting lineup will be Bill Verdon will be playing center field. Dick Schofield, the future Red Sox shortstop, will be playing shortstop here. Roberto Clemente is in right field. Willie Stargell actually started his career out in the outfield and left. Bob Bailey will be the third baseman. Don Clendenin is our first baseman. Gene Alley is our second baseman. Jim Pagliarone is the catcher, and Bob Veale will be our pitcher tonight. And here we go. Welcome to the 1965 season, guys. Harvey Keene will be up to bat here. Harvey Keene's up to bat here versus Bob Veale. Here is the first pitch of the game. It is a 34. And Keene sits it out to center field. Force field has a very unique field. And it goes out to Bill Verdon, who makes the easy catch. Due up will be Hal Lanier. Hal Lanier is our second baseman for the San Francisco Giants. Played there for quite a few years. We'll get some information as we go along during the season here. Here's the pitch. It's a 42. And Hal Lanier sends out to left field. Out to Stargell. Stargell sitting there. He waits down for it. It's a nice bright day today. And makes the catch for the second out of the game. Coming up will be Willie Mays. He's our center fielder. One of the all-time premier sluggers of the game. Gem of the game, too. Here is the pitch. It is a 46. And Veale strikes out Mays. That's a 1-2-3 inning for our Pittsburgh Pirates. Coming up to bat will be Bill Verdon, Dick Schofield, and Roberto Clemente. Bill Verdon, who eventually became a manager, by the way, and I do have my information bag here somewhere, became the manager of quite a few teams. Here is the pitch to Bill Verdon. It's a 31. And Bill Verdon starts out. The single pops out over Pagan's head, drops in, and Keene comes back, picks it up. We have the first hit of the game by Bill Verdon. Due up here is Dick Schofield. Dick Schofield, our shortstop. We play a different kind of thing here. We don't worry about stolen bases. The computer does it for us. Here is the pitch. It's a 16. And Schofield slaps it out to our shortstop, a guy who fires over to first. For the first out, Bill Verdon makes it over to second base, advances. We now have one down. Call it 6-3. And Roberto Clemente's our batter. Roberto Clemente is also one of the great all-time hitters. As everybody remembers, he died on New Year's Eve, 1972. After he just got his 3,000th hit, he was one of the few players automatically entered into the Hall of Fame without having to wait for the 5-year period. Here is the pitch to Roberto Clemente. 53. And Clemente hits it out towards left field. Key's looking it down. He's looking to make the catch. And he drops the ball. Oh, my. Verdon's heading into home plate. He will score. Roberto Clemente stays at first on the air by Harvey Keene. And the Pittsburgh Pirates have a 1-0 lead. Coming up to bat will be Willie Stargell, Pops, as he became known later on. Famous for the Family in 1979. And here is the pitch to Willie Stargell. It is a 36. And he has a weak hitting pop out over towards Jim Ray Hart, who snatches it quite quickly. Roberto Clemente stays on first base. Very shallow pop up that way. Bob Bailey is our batter. Here is the pitch. It's a 55. And Bob Bailey slaps it out towards Hart. Hart fires over to McCovey for the out, and there is 3 away. But the Pirates score first. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 man left on base, and at the end of 1, it is a 1-0 game. Coming up to bat for the San Francisco Giants will be Jim Ray Hart, Willie McCovey, and Jesus Lou. Give me 30 seconds. I need to grab 1 piece of material. By the way, for everybody, the book I use for a lot of my reference and some of the fun stuff I actually have is called The Ball Players. It was written about 1990 or so. Mike Schatz did it. I don't know if it's been updated. I hope it is. I want to get the new one. But because I play an old game, it doesn't matter. So, coming up to bat will be Jim Ray Hart for the Giants. And Jim Ray Hart here. Well, he's with the Giants. Wasn't too bad. He hit home runs. In 1964, he hit the rookie home run record. Bob Gibson greeted him in a nice, proper way. Broke his shoulder blade the first time up at bat. And he hit the cycle, but before he got done, hit the cycle and tied the Major League record for 6 RBIs in an inning. So he's done quite a bit during his career. And here is the pitch to Jim Ray Hart. It is a 56. Possible error, guys. Here we go. And it's a 15, which won't make it. And he hits a pop out to our shortstop, Dick Schofield, who makes a very easy catch. And we have 1 down in the top of the second. Due up is Willie McCovey, first baseman for the Giants. Huge man. Obviously, everybody knows McCovey Cove is named after him. Here's the pitch. It's a 16. And he hits a ground ball over towards Bailey, who scarves up in front of the bag. Fires over to Clint. Makes the play. We have 2 down. Jesus Lou's our next batter. One of the 3 of the Lou brothers. One of the better. I believe he's the better hitter, but he's not the one that hit the most home runs and stuff. I want to say Manny did that. Here is the pitch. It's a 33. And Jesus Lou sings out, hits out towards right, gets in between the first and second baseman, heads out to right field with the base hit. He gets the first hit of the season for the San Francisco Giants. Jesus Lou is on first. Bill Haller is due up to bat. Our Tom Haller's our catcher. And Bob Veale goes into the stretch. Here is the pitch. It's a 36. And Haller pops it up, and Bailey is waiting for it. It comes down. There is out. We have that is 3 outs, no runs, 1 hit, 1 batter left on base. At the end of 1.5, we have a 1-0 game for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Beatles, how you doing? We're doing 65 right now. Last opening day game, 1965. Now I've renamed myself. It's now become the Cardiac Baseball. Because as you know, most of my games are cardiac attempts. And with my condition, this actually, believe it or not, is my relaxation for my condition and health, and it's believe it or not, it's healthful. So I like it. We're here. Beats, good to see you, partner. I know you guys are all Strat fans, but I love MP3. And Don Clendenin is up for the Pittsburgh Pirates here in the bottom of the second inning. Here is the pitch to Clendenin. It's a 33. And he's got a chance. Anytime you hear that, you see this little thing, it is never good for the home for the other team. It's a 41, but they got off easy. Clendenin sings it out towards our right field, gets over the head of Willie McCovey into right field down the line. Picked up by Alou, and we have a runner on first in the second innings. And it's the second time that the Pirates have led off with a hit. Gene Alley is the second baseman. Had a .348 slate percentage, .302 on base. Here is the pitch. It's a 24. And Marichal strikes him out. That is Marichal's first strikeout of the season. Oh, excuse me. Due up is Jim Pagliarone, the catcher. Pags has been all over was over with quite a few teams when he was playing. Started out in Boston, went to Pittsburgh, finished up in Oakland, and actually played for the Seattle Pilots for a while. He was one of the first. He was traded into the Pilots. And here is the pitch to Jim Pagliarone. It's a 53. And, oh my, it goes out towards the shortstop, fires over to first, and he throws it away. Clendenin takes third, bounces off the dugout, comes back, so Pagliarone is stuck at second, but Clendenin's on third, on the air by the shortstop, Pagan. We now have runners on first and third. Bob Veale will be our batter. And as I do with all of my teams into situations like this, anytime I have a runner on third, I bring the infield in because we are going to try for the plate. This is a one out. This is a perfect attempt to try this. And we're going to try also a butt attempt on this. And yes, the safety squeeze is on. The run on first board will be used. Here we go. It's a 36. And Veale hits a fielder's choice to the first baseman, gets out to the shortstop, fires over to second base. Batter is out. Clendenin stays at second base, at third. We now have runners on first and third, but it is Veale this time. There are now two down. The safety squeeze did not work. Clendenin did not run. He gets the fielder's choice instead. Coming up to bat will be Bill Verdon. Verdon is 1 for 1 today and has scored the only run of the game on an error. On an error in the first inning by the left fielder. Here's the pitch. It's a 34. And Bill Verdon flies it out towards Willie Mays. He bears over towards his right. Does make the catch there at Forest Field, and that is the third out of the inning. But we have no runs. 2 hits, 2 runners left, and at the end of 2 is 1-0. The Pittsburgh Pirates. Due up for the San Francisco Giants is Jose Pagan, Juan Marichal, and Harvey Keene. As the Giants getting ready as the Giants get prepared. I'm glad. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I am sorry to hear that, beat. I hope an MP3 is one of your other baseball sims. So I'm hoping you do. On occasion, we have a special guest here. If you ever see Cyrus on here, he owns the game, and I've realized with the game, it is the cousin of Appa. So if you play Appa, then you play an MP3 basically, except you're just not using the PC. I found that out a few days ago. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about looking at Appa, but they're so pricey. I mean, this game is not, it's not expensive. That's what I like about it, and it's fun. I've told a lot of people like Apple. I think Ken Castro is going to a tournament in Earl this weekend. I think he's playing the right around the not so much. I think the 1920s, 1930s Philadelphia Phillies. I think who he's got. Because I asked him if he had Klein. He says yes. So I told him to get me some. Please get videos so I can take a good hard look at APBA. Here we go. Here is the pitch to Jose Pagan in the top of the third. 24 for him. And he has struck out. Bob Veale's second strikeout of the game. Coming back is our pitcher, Juan Marichal. Juan Marichal, who in the early stages, I'll go back to him real quick. Known for his temper, 1965 could have been one of his best years. It turned into his worst. This man won 20 games or more 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 6 times. Best he did when he came with Boston, he's went 5-1. We're very glad to have him as long as we could. He's an excellent pitcher for Boston. But he's a legend in San Francisco. No questions asked. And he could actually, he was a decent batter too. He batted about 173 or so. He did have 4 home runs in his career. Did hit some RBIs. Good for doubles. So this man had a bat. Here is the pitch to Marichal. It's a 31. And Veale strikes him out too. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game for Veale. That's the 2nd strikeout of the inning. Coming up to bat is Harvey Keene. Harvey Keene flew out to the center field of Bill Burton in the 1st inning. Here is the pitch to Keene. It's a 25. And Harvey Keene does the same favor. Pops out over the second base towards second field. Drops in front of Burton. And we have a runner on. Keene's on first with the 2nd hit of the game for the Giants. We are in the top of the 3rd. Coming to bat is Veale, the 2nd baseman. And here is the pitch from Veale. 43. And Veale hits a grounder over towards Veale. Veale picks up, fires over to the first base, and that is 3 away. At the end of 2.5, it is a 1-0 Pittsburgh lead. Due up for the Pirates is Schofield, Clemente, and Willie Stargell. As we begin the bottom of the 3rd inning, Dick Schofield will be our batter. Last time out, he grounded out to the shortstop, Pagan. Here is the pitch. It's a 54. And we got a possible error coming on here. It is going to be an error. And Schofield hits out to the 3rd base. He gets ready, he tries to pick up the ball and drops the ball, trying to make the throw over to McCovey. Schofield will take first on the error. That is the 3rd Giants error of the game. This is sloppy baseball being done by the Giants today. Lucky they are only holding on to a 1-0 lead. Due up is Willie Stargell. And I'm a glutton for punishment. With none out, I'm a glutton for punishment. I am going to see if we can try him out on the hit and run. I've lost my last 2 hit and runs. I've been burned. Here is the pitch to Stargell. It's a 62. And Willie Stargell hits out to second base as a weak ground ball. If Schofield gets past, he makes it over to second as our 2nd baseman. Veale fires to McCovey for the 1st out of the game. Schofield will take second. Stargell's out 4-3 on the play. It is not a fielder's choice. Straight out ground ball on this one here for some reason. Due up is that was Roberto Clemente. I take that back. I apologize. Roberto Clemente did that. That was my fault. Okay, I was looking at the wrong guy. Willie Stargell is our batter now with 1 down, runner on 2nd base. Okay, my eyesight's going. Here we go. It's a 65. Another possible error coming up. Not this time, gang. And Willie Stargell hits out to 3rd base as it gets over on the foul ball side, heading towards the dugout. Plenty of room for Hart, and he makes the catch. 2 down. Due up here now is Bob Veale. Bob Veale last time, he grounded out to our 3rd baseman, Jim Ray Hart. Runner on 2nd as a reminder, folks. Here is the pitch. It's a 45. And Marichal issues his 1st walk of the game, of the season. We have runners now on 1st and 2nd. Bailey's on 1st. Schofield's on 2nd. Marichal issues a walk, a rare thing for him in the majors that year. Don Clendenin's our batter. Last time up, he hit a base hit. He got a base hit over toward. He got his base hit. Here is the pitch to Clendenin. It's a 66, and everybody knows that sound. And here we go. That's not a good sound. That's not a good place. 53. Don Clendenin hits out towards left center field, getting to the deep part of the outfield. It's going to get in between the outfielders. The loose kid trying to get there as fast as he can. He snatches this up. Clendenin's heading towards 2nd. Here comes Schofield. Here comes Bailey. And they are safe. The Pirates score 2 runs. Don Clendenin takes 2nd base on a double. And we have a 3-0 lead for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Don Clendenin with a clutch double in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Gives the Pirates a 3-0 lead. Coming up to bat is Gene Alley. He struck out his last time. Marichal is looking to bear down. He is not a happy camper right now. Here is the pitch to Alley. It's a 15, and Alley hits it out toward Marichal, who just fires it over to McCovey in a real fret, and he gets the out. But not before the Pirates scored 2 more runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning on the double by Don Clendenin. We have a 3-0 lead at here. This baseball here, this around here will be sponsored by Iron City Beer. Iron City Beer is the beer of Pittsburgh, and it's not a bad little thing. I don't know if it's still around, but it was a great beer back then. And we're going to go into the top of the 4th inning. Come to bat is Willie Mays, Jim Ray Hart, Willie McCovey. Oh, that'd be nice. MP3 Beatles. Yeah, you're right. They're a little pricey. They're about the prices I'll pay for. So that's the one thing. They're the prices I'll pay. That's that, and they're like $28.95 to get a season. But I buy them periodically. I've got 5 seasons already. So I get them when I feel like it, and I'll throw another one up eventually. Just want to figure out what season I want next. I'm looking at either 1968, which is the year of the pitcher. Or I'm probably looking at possibly even I want to look at one season in the 1930s. I actually want to look at 1930 itself, which was the year they juiced the ball. If I remember right, where the league average was a 303. So I'm looking at those two is what I want to do. Here comes the Giants. Willie Mays is our man. Here is the pitch. It is a 32. And Willie Mays hits a ground ball out towards second. Picked up by Gianelli. Fires over to first. We have 1 down. Jim Ray Hart is due up. He popped out to our shortstop the first time up. In the top of the 4th inning. Bob Veale is still on the mound. Here is the pitch. It's a 16. And Jim Ray Hart gets it out towards our shortstop one more time. Over to Schofield. Schofield grabs it. Fires over to first base. We have 2 away. Due up here is Willie McCovey. Willie McCovey in his early stages in his career back then. In 1964, which is obviously the season before, he hit 18 home runs, 54 RBIs, and he did that without 130 games. Sort of playing everywhere. 1965 is when he started waking up. 39 home runs, 92 RBIs. The man could hit, and considering where he had to play, Candlestick Park was not a very good park for batters. Here is the pitch. It's a 63. And Bob Veale strikes out McCovey. That's his 4th strikeout of the game. A 1-2-3 inning for Pittsburgh. At the end of 3.5, it's the Pittsburgh Pirates 3. The San Francisco Giants nothing. Due up to bat is Jim Pagliarone, the pitcher Bob Veale, and Bill Verdon. Pags is coming up to bat right now. Bottom of the 4th inning. Here is the pitch. It's a 51. And Bob, he gets it out over the shortstop's head in towards left center field. Picked up by Mays and fires it in. Pagliarone is on with a base hit. That is his 2nd time on base this game. Jim Pagliarone. Due up here is Bob Veale. Bob Veale, obviously they know it's coming in. Here comes the bunt. It's a 23 and it's a strike. And you can see they get the bunt back on again. 22 this time. Great sacrifice. Bunts it out to third baseman. Hart runs up, fires it out. Fires out to second base, who was covering us. McCovey was also coming in. Fires it over to Lanier. Lanier makes the play at first. Jim Pagliarone takes second base. 5-4 to first base, and Pags takes second. And we have 1 down. Bill Verdon's our batter, who is 1 for 2 today. Got a base hit at the very start of the game. Scored the first run. Here is the pitch to Verdon. It's a 22. And Bill Verdon hits a single out towards right field. He's heading towards a little bit on the deep side. He's playing just a little bit too deep. And on his way out, Bill Verdon does get over to first base. Here comes Pagliarone to get around the bag, and he makes it in under the tag. It is now 4-0 the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pags is on. Verdon gets his first RBI of the season. Coming up to bat will be Dick Schofield. Dick Schofield grounded out to our shortstop and reached base on an error and scored the second run of the game. Here is the pitch to Schofield. There is 1 down. Bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. It's a 66. Here is the pitch. Here is the hit. And it's going to be a double. Dick Schofield heads out over the first baseman's head. Heading out towards, gets out on the foul pole. The umpire calls it fair. Hits the wall. Alou's comes scarfing up. Verdon is not fast enough to get to home plate. He's not a fast runner. And we have runners on second and third. We have a 4-0 lead here for the Pittsburgh Pirates. One down. Marichal is in trouble. Due up here is Roberto Clemente. Roberto Clemente is 0 for 2. Reached on an error in the first, and he grounded out. He tried to get the hit and run out to the second baseman in the second inning. Here is the pitch. It's a 24. And Marichal strikes out Clemente. There is now 2 down. They're making it exciting here. Coming up is Willie Stargell. He has popped out twice to the third baseman. Jim Ray Hart. Stargell is ready. Here is the pitch to Stargell. It's a 13. And Marichal has walked Stargell. The bases are now loaded. There is nobody left to go anywhere. Bob Bailey is our batter. The bases are loaded in the bottom of the 4th inning. Verdon's on third. Schofield's on second. Stargell's on first. Bob Bailey is 0 for 1. He walked his last time. Scored on the double by Clendenin. Here is the pitch. It's a 22. And Bob Bailey slaps a single out over second. Gets over the second baseman's head. Drops on in. Here Verdon comes in to score. Schofield comes in to score. Stargell takes third. And we have a 6-0 lead for the Pirates. And Marichal is done. They're going to take him out. He is fried. Marichal will be coming out of the game. In the original game, everybody pitched complete game. So it's now my choice on who I want to bring in. So, guys, bear with me here as I try to find a pitcher. And I got to go into the roster for the Giants here. So hang on. I got to go to the Giants roster so I can find out who their relievers were in 1965. Okay, he's the closer. Herbal Bolin and Herbal Bolin Murakami wasn't in yet. Bill Henry maybe. Okay. Coming in to pitch will be Bobby Bolin. He'll be our new reliever. He has the runners on first and third. Bobby Bolin for the San Francisco Giants in 1965. He went 14-6, got in 45 games, started 13 of them, finished 15, had 2 complete games, struck out 135, walked 56, good control, had 135 strikeouts in 163 innings, hit 4 batters, has a tendency to throw a wild pitch on occasion, and he has been known to give up a little bit of the gopher ball. He gave up 17. Bolin is on the mound. Here is the pitch. It's a 63. And he gets Clendenin to fly out deep to Willie Mays, who makes the play, and that is 3 down. But not before the Pirates brought 8 batters on board, 3 runs. They left 2 at the end of 4. It is 6-0 the Pittsburgh Pirates. We ourselves have got to get ourselves a ball game going. You can leave your messes up, Beatles. You ain't going to insult me, partner. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, I'm too old to be insulted anymore. Coming up to bat for the Pittsburgh Pirates. What's going on with my board? Oh, okay. Coming to bat for the Pittsburgh Pirates will be Gene Alley. Or for the San Francisco Giants, Jesus Alou, Haller, and Pagan, and possibly a pinch hitter if they get down that far. Jesus Alou is 1 for 1. He has a base hit in the second inning. Here is the pitch. 36 to Alou, and Jesus Alou pops up high, major league pop up heading towards second base. Gene Alley gets underneath it, makes the play, and we have 1 down in the top of the 5th inning. Due up will be Tom Haller. Tom Haller himself, he lined out towards our third baseman. Bob Bailey. Here is the pitch to Haller. It's a 15. Haller slaps one down, go over towards the right side. Schofield chases it down, slaps it up, picks it up, fires over to Clendenin, and we have 2 down. Coming up to bat is Jose Pagan. Jose Pagan is 0 for 1. He struck out his last time up. Here is the pitch. It's a 54. Possible error. 56, not going to make it, and Pickett hits a high fly out towards right field. Clemente's getting underneath it, makes the play, and this is 1-2-3 inning. It's now an official game. The Pittsburgh Pirates lead 6-0. Coming up to bat will be Jim Alley, Jim Pagliarone, and Bob Veale. And as we are here going into the bottom of the fifth, it is 6-7. Pittsburgh has 6 runs on 7 hits. No errors. The Giants have no runs, 2 hits, and on 3 errors. And we'll take a look at Juan Marichal here. He went 3 2/3. 3 earned runs on 7 hits. Gave up 6 runs. He walked 2, struck out 2. That's his line. No home runs. As we get back to our game here. There we go. Now it's better. Okay, and coming up to bat is Gene Alley. It's a 15. Gene Alley hits it out to our shortstop, Pagan. Pagan fills over towards his left. Fires over to McCovey, who digs it out of the dirt. And we have 1 down on a very good play by McCovey to get the batter. And we have one away. Jim Pagliarone is our next batter. He is 1 for 2. He started off this mess in the 4th inning with the first run on a base hit. Here is the pitch to Pags. It's a 14. Possible error coming up for Pags. It's a 22, and that's not going to happen. He hits a high fly out towards left field. Keene is underneath that one real easy, and it is 2 down. Due up is the pitcher Bob Veale. By the way, they announced our opening attendance. It was 23,179 people on this beautiful day. Retro Sheet gives that to you, by the way, in case you don't know. Here is the pitch to Veale. It's a 24, and Bobby Bolin has struck out Veale. So there we go. Coming up to bat will be a pinch hit at the end of 5. It is Pittsburgh 6, the Giants nothing. Coming up to bat for the San Francisco Giants will be a pinch hitter, Harvey Keene, and Hal Lanier. So let's get a pinch hitter for Bolin. Let's see who we got on the plate. We have a few guys on here, including this new kid Cepeda, who only batted .225 that year. But we've got a couple of good wily vets. Ed Bailey. We've got Matty Alou. Though they got him as a pitcher, he did pitch once. We've got Cap Peterson, who's another one who can hit. Chuck Killer. They've got all the batters they want. So, tell you what, let's bring in Jim Davenport, one of the infielders here. He'll be batting for Bob Bolin. Jim Davenport for the Giants. He was involved in 106 games, batted .251, 4 home runs, 31 RBIs, had 3 triples, so the man has some power out there. Predominantly, he was a pinch hitter for the Giants. And here is the pitch to Jim Davenport. It's a 64. And Veale strikes out Davenport. That is Veale's 5th strikeout of the game. Coming to bat will be Harvey Keene. Harvey Keene is 1 for 2, as everybody remembers. This is the man who came up to Harvey's Wallbangers with the Milwaukee Brewers in 1982. One of the better teams out there that they had, and they did make the World Series in the 80s. The 80s was a very exciting time for World Series teams. A lot of them were for their first times, and a lot of them haven't been there in a while. Here's the pitch to Keene. It's a 42. And Veale walks Keene on 4 straight pitches. It is Harvey Keene's 2nd time up. He is on first. Coming up to bat will be Hal Lanier. Hal Lanier grounded out to the pitcher the last time up, and he is thrown out. Here is the pitch to Lanier. Veale is in the stretch. Here it goes. 55. And Hal Lanier hits it out towards third base. Third base runs up, grabs the ball, fires over to McCovey, gets him out in time. Keene will take second base on that ground out. We now have 2 down in the top of the 6th inning. Willie Mays will be our batter. Willie Mays right now today is 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out to the second base. It's a very uncharacteristic Willie Mays opening day game. Here is the pitch. It's a 56. And Willie Mays hits a high Major League pop-up to our second baseman, Gene Alley, who reaches back into the grass, shields his eyes from the sun, makes the catch, and we have 3 down. At the end of 5.5 innings, it is 6-0 the Pittsburgh Pirates. A great game brewing here for Pirates fans. Not so good for our Giant fans, I'm sorry to say. I think we're also the most knowledgeable baseball fans around too, Beat. You and I could get into a Jeopardy contest with everybody else and just kill them. I honestly think that you and I are probably the two best historians of the game with our groups. We end up teaching them a few things every time we do this. I like that too. Here we go. Bottom of the 6th inning. Bill Verdon, Dick Schofield, Roberto Clemente. Obviously, this has turned into a Beatles Eternally game because the Pirates are his ball club, if I recollect. And yeah, I did watch them. They lost to the Red Sox yesterday in spring training, but there was a 4-3 game. But they're putting themselves together. Let's see what they do this year. They're not that bad of a ball club. Here we go. 51 to Bill Verdon. No, he's not the pitcher. Jim Davenport's not the pitcher. I got to come up with somebody else. Yeah. Almost forgot. Ron Herbert will be the next guy coming in, as I promised. There's 1-2. Ron Herbert for the Giants. For pitching. Oh shoot! Get over there. Get back up. Hold on, I had a break in there. There we go. All right, Bob Herbert for the Giants. Or Ron Herbert was 12-9. Had a 3.85 ERA for the Giants in 1965. Melvin had 106 strikeouts, 47 walks. For pitching at Candlestick Park, which was very wind-blown, the Giants did pretty good. He had 1 save also, pitched through 170 innings. This is when relievers threw what they could, not the specialists like they have now. Here is the pitch to Bill Verdon. Oh, it was a 51. Take that back. That has to go like that. It's a single. He hits out towards left center field. Willie Mays is able to run over, grab it up. And that is Verdon's 3rd hit of the game. He is now 3 for 4. Due up is Dick Schofield. He is 1 for 3. Scored a run on a hit, on a base hit, and he has reached on an error and has grounded out. Here is the pitch to Dick Schofield. Runners are on first. 63 to Schofield. Schofield slaps it out towards right field, shallow right field. Keene comes on in, catches the ball. Verdon can't make any motions, and we have 1 down. Roberto Clemente is up. The great Roberto Clemente, who is today 0 for 3, strikeout, ground out, and a reach down an error. Ron Herbert's on the mound right now. He's pitching relief for Juan Marichal, who is the pitcher of record for this game. Here is the pitch. It's a 21. Roberto Clemente hits it out towards Keene. Keene has to come running in again on a fly ball. The wind is starting to pull in from the outfield in. And it's another fly out. Verdon can't go anywhere because the balls are in too close. Seems that the wind is coming inbound this time. That happens on occasion at Forbes Field. Willie Stargell's our batter. Willie Stargell is reached on a walk, got as far as 3rd base, and has lined out to the 3rd baseman twice. Here is the pitch to Stargell. It's a 12. And Willie Stargell hits it out to our 2nd baseman, flips over to the shortstop for the easy out in the fielder's choice. And that is 3 down. At the end of 6 innings, it is the Pittsburgh Pirates 6. The San Francisco Giants nothing. Bob Veale is back on the mound here in the top of the 7th inning. He's throwing a gem for the Pirates, giving up. He's got a 2-hitter running right now. Jim Ray Hart will be coming up to bat along with Willie McCovey, Jesus Alou. Jim Ray Hart, the last time up, he grounded out to our shortstop, and he is lined out to the shortstop. Here is the pitch to Hart. 36. And Bob Veale throws his 2nd walk of the game. Jim Ray Hart reaches on a 3-2 count on inside. Due up here will be Willie McCovey. Willie McCovey has been held down. He's a strikeout and a ground out. Here's the pitch to McCovey. 41. And Willie McCovey hits out towards shortstop. Very slow shortstop. He has to come running in. Runs on the fly. Throws over to first. Hart will take 2nd base. And we have 1 down. Runner on 2nd. Coming to bat will be Jesus Alou. Jesus Alou has a base hit. 1 of only 2 giant hits today. He did that in the 2nd inning. And he popped out to the 2nd baseman in the 4th. In the 5th. And runner on 2nd base. Here is the pitch to Alou. 33. That's not always it could be fun. And he slaps a single out towards right field. Heading out there is Clemente. Clemente reaches up, can't get the ball in time, and our man will score. Jim Rayhart scores. The Giants have their first run of the game. Alou is on first. We have one down, 6-1 score now. Jesus Alou got there. Coming up to bat will be Tom Haller. Tom Haller is 0 for 2. Last time up, he grounded out to our shortstop. Alou's on first. Here is the pitch. 35. And it will be a stolen. And all of a sudden, here goes Alou. He's going to try to make it to second. And he gets there in time. Stolen base for Jesus Alou. There's one ball on our batter, and we have a runner on second. Another threat here for the Giants to get a runner in. Pal Haller is up. Here is the pitch. 56. Tom Haller also pops up. Major League pop-up. There's a lot of those heading over towards second base. Gene Alley's waiting for it. There it is. 2 down. We have 2 down runner on second base. Coming up to bat is Jose Pagan. Jose Pagan is 0 for 2 today. Strikeout and a fly out to right. Here is the pitch. 63. And Pagan sends it out to Stargell. Stargell waits for it. It's coming right at him. And there's the easy out. At the end of 6.5 innings, it is the Pittsburgh Pirates 6, the New York Giants 1. They scored on a walk and a base hit. And the shutout is broken, but Veale's pitch is pitched well. He is still in there. I believe that force feels surprisingly. I really do. I'm not surprised. Now, were there anything like what Harvey Haddock did, where he pitched basically a 12-inning no-hitter and lost? That's what I want. I thought somebody got close. Forest Field's a fun field. I've got pictures of it in Digital Diamond, but I'm shutting them down until they're. I'm going to shut down Digital Diamond until their upgrade comes in. I want to see what they're going to have. Then I can put everything together. And I might have something just real nasty and powerful out of there. Digital Diamond, I think, is also looking to go to Steam, and I'm not real keen on that, but I can deal with it. This game here, NP3, is the only game that you download. Whether they shut down or not, you keep the leagues. They're yours. They're yours to keep. Everybody else, when they download, you're playing it off the computers. I've learned that from a lot of these guys. So be careful that when you go look at OTP. I'm very serious about that, because if they shut down and something goes on, and the EA Sports took them over, be careful. We are in the bottom of the 7th inning. Coming up for the Pirates is Bob Bailey, Don Clendenin, Gene Alley. Pittsburgh Pirates are rolling on a 6-1 game here at Forbes Field, playing on good old-fashioned hitting and running. Here is the pitch to Bailey. 24. And Herbal strikes out Bailey. That is his first strikeout of the game. And Bailey was 1 for 3. Coming to bat now will be Don Clendenin. He is 2 for 3, a double and a base hit, and he flew out his last time up. Herbal's on the mound. Here is the pitch. It's a 41. Don Clendenin hits it out to our shortstop. Pagan picks it up, fires it over, and there's an out right there. And we have 2 down at the bottom of the 7th inning. Gene Alley is our man. He's the second baseman today. He is 0 for 3. He has struck out, grounded out to the pitcher, grounded out to the shortstop. And here comes the pitch to Alley. 61. And he has struck out. Herbal has struck him out. At the end of 7 innings, that's no runs, no hits, no errors. At the end of 7, it's the Pittsburgh Pirates 6. This New York Giants 1. Herbal's due up the bat, but here we go again. Let's see who we got here this time. Let me take a look. I got a few over here I can look at right now. Look at the bats. Here, Alonso Cepeda hit 176 in his first. That's just one of his older years. It was not one of his better years. I caught that real quick. Really, none of the pinch hitters were in here who did that. Did real well. Though Cap Peterson might be close. And so would Matty Alou. And I'm thinking we're going to bring in Matty Alou to do the job here. Matty Alou will be coming in to bat. Matty Alou is the brother of Jesus Alou. At one time, all three of the Alou brothers were on the same team. I believe it was the Pirates, wasn't it? I think it was the Pirates. And they played the outfield at the same time. Nice little publicity stuff, but it was worth it because all three of them could play. And as we found out later on, Philippe could manage. And as we found out, one of their kids could play even better than their relations. I remember watching him with the Cubs. My God, was he good. Here is the pitch to Matty Alou. 51. And Matty Alou hits a weak pop out. Just gets up in the air and down real quick. The Veale is an easy out for Alou for Veale. And we have one down. Due up here will be Harvey Keene. Harvey Keene is 1 for 2. Reached on a walk, base hit, and has flown out to center field. Bob Veale on the mound here in the top of the 8th inning. He struck out 5, walked 2 so far. Here is the pitch. It's a 14. And Harvey Keene hits it out to our man Willie Stargell. Willie Stargell's waiting for it. Comes on down. We have 2 down. Due up in is Lanier. Lanier today is 0 for 3. He has flown out, grounded out to the pitcher, and grounded out to the third baseman. A wonderful 6-1 lead for the Pirates. Here is the pitch. 23. And Lanier hits it out to Gene Alley. Just waiting for his going over towards second base. He scarfs it up, gets down on his knee, and he fires it over to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Pittsburgh Pirates in the top of the 8th. The crowd is appreciating the game today. 6-1 bottom of the 8th. We're in a wonderful, wonderful game going here. It's a great day for baseball. Yeah, there was. I love watching the kid. I love watching the kid, though, when he played, even if it was the, if I want to call it the DH era, but still. God, he was a good ball player. And when that kid hit that ball they hit that ball there at Wrigley Field, I knew he was ripping. So I can understand too, because the younger Alou there played his heart out, and he's a good home run here. I love watching him play. Due up will be Pagliarone, Bob Veale, so far the hero of the game, and Bill Verdon. Jim Pags is up here now. He is 1 for 3, doubled off in the 4th and scored a run. Here is the pitch. 16. No, Matty Alou's not the pitcher. I got to find another pitcher. I keep forgetting to do that. I haven't had one throw yet. Okay, coming up for... He could do it, so couldn't he? Coming up for the San Francisco Giants will be Bob. We'll bring in Bob Pretty. Go ahead and start the season off. He didn't stick around long for the Giants. I'll find out more about him later on. I wish I could find out more about him now. Bob Pretty with the 1965 San Francisco Giants got involved in 8 games. Why, I have no idea. According to this thing, he had 8 games, 1.74 ERA, threw 10 innings, didn't throw much. He's under that crowd. 7 strikeouts, though, 2 walks. No one he has a good walk strikeout ratio. It was with San Francisco, but he didn't stick around long, so I wonder what they did. Let me look. He was sent to Columbus. Matter of fact, it looks like he was traded. Hang on, I might have something here. In 1965. Nope, he was traded from the Pirates to the Giants. Okay. For Del Crandall. Alright. Let's see what we got here then. Give me a fast sec, guys. There we go. Okay, he was there all season. He must have been injured, and I'll have to look that up. I will probably have to drop him in as an injury. It said he came in on 4/27, but I have him earlier than that, so I'll have to look there. According to Digital Diamond, he was on the opening day roster. He pitched his first game on the 27th of April. I'm going to throw him in now. The heck with it. Okay, here we go. It is a 15. Actually, I had the 16 in there. It stays. That's going to be a ground out towards third base. Our shortstop man Pagan picks this one up. Fires over to first, and we have one down after a slight delay there. Bob Veale will be the batter. Bob Purdy is the pitcher. Here is the pitch to Veale. 33. And Bob Veale hits a pop out towards the right hand side of the ball field. Looking at it is Jim Rehart. Calls off everybody and makes the catch. 2 down in the bottom of the 8th inning. Bill Verdon will be coming to bat. He is 3 for 4 today. All 3 were base hits. Scored 2 runs. He's had a will of a day today, and he's flown out to the center fielder. Here is Bill Verdon. 45. And he is walked. That is the 4th time Bill Verdon has reached base. Today, he has done real well. Coming up is Dick Schofield. Dick Schofield is 1 for 4. Reached out an air, scored twice. Flown out his last time out to the left field on a weak fly ball. Here is the pitch. 31. And it's the 2nd walk given up by Pretty. Verdon will take 2nd. Roberto Clemente will be our batter. Roberto Clemente is 0 for 4 today. He has reached base on there in the 1st inning and has done nothing since. He would like to get a hit to start the season off for the Pirates. Here we go. 42. And Pretty strikes him out. That's the 2nd time Clemente struck out today. There were no runs, no hits, 2 runners left on base. Due up in the top of the 9th will be the heart of the Giants order. Willie Mays, Jim Rehart, Willie McCovey. 3 dangerous, dangerous hitters. Coming back easy first will be, for Bob Veale, who is pitching a gem of a game today, is Willie Mays. Willie Mays today is 0 for 3. He has struck out and grounded out and popped out. Here is the pitch. 45. And Willie Mays has given the pass in the top of the 9th inning. He is on base with a walk. His first time he's seen the base pass. He is also still a threat to steal. Coming to bat is Jim Rehart. We have one down. At this stage of the game, they're just going to try to flat out try to pull it out. I don't think we're going to try for hit and run on here, though I could give it a try. I'd give it a whirl, but oh, what the hell, I'll give it a whirl. They need to score. Get runners over. Here is the pitch to Hart. 35. He slaps a weak ground ball to the shortstop. Schofield's coming in, picks up, charges onto the grass, fires over to first. Willie Mays will take 2nd base on it. And Jim Rehart is out, 6-3. Mays is on 2nd. Coming up is also the ever dangerous Willie McCovey. He is 0 for 3 today, grounded out twice, struck out. Here is the pitch. 65. And he will get a walk. He is on first. Veale's finally starting to get a little tired. But he wants to stick around. He wants to finish this one up. That's only his 4th walk of the game. Coming up to bat will be Jesus Alou. Jesus Alou is 2 for 3 today. Single, stole a base, and stole a base again. Here is the pitch. It's an 11. Not a good thing. Even worse, it's a 66. And Jesus Alou hits it out towards right field, over the head of Roberto Clemente, and it is a 3-run home run in the top of the 9th. I was right. Welcome to the Cardiac League. Bob Veale pitch was in one. I left him in one too many times. I will not lie about that. A 3-run home run for Jesus Alou. We will be bringing in a relief pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates to finish this game out. Let's see who we got. Bob Veale pitched a beautiful game until the 9th inning. There we go. Come on in. And coming to pitch for the Pittsburgh Pirates will be Al McBean. As long as I got him in here. There he is. Al McBean is the closer for the Pirates. I know it's 1965, but this is a good opportunity to use him. He was 6-6, 19 saves, finished 41 games. They even let him start one. Struck out 54, walked 42. Does not give up the home run ball easily. Tom Haller's our man. Here is the pitch by Al McBean. 56. Possible error. Not going to happen. Haller hits a pop out heading out into the grass to the shortstop side. Getting scarfed up by Schofield. And it drops into his glove. We have 2 down. We are in a 6-4 game, folks, in the top of the 9th on a 3-run home run by Jesus Alou. Coming up to bat will be Jose Pagan. Jose Pagan has struck out, flown out, and flown out. And here in the top of the 9th, I think really ain't got anybody. Need a left-handed bat. Ed Bailey's going to come in and pinch hit for Jose Pagan. Here is the pitch to Bailey, and he is a threat. 34. Possible error. Not going to happen. Ed Bailey sends it out towards center field. Bill Verdon is waiting for it, makes the catch, and the Pirates start the season off with a 6-4 win over the New York Giants here in April of 1965 on an excellent pitch game by Bob Veale for most of the game. The preliminary stat is Pittsburgh 6 runs, 8 hits, nobody left on. The San Francisco Giants had 4 runs, 4 hits, and 3 errors. And we will get a synopsis on the box score in about 10 seconds here. A great, well-played game for the Pirates. McBean does get the save. Nope. Nobody here had a blown save. So here we go. I don't count blown saves 65 anyway, because they didn't have. I don't count blown saves. They didn't have in 1965. Blown saves are a rather new category. All right. I need to do this sort of my way while I've got everybody else out here. All right. Pitching first, as Al, the Red Sox fan, likes to do. For San Francisco, Juan Marichal went 3 2/3. He will take the loss as I predicted. Gave up 6 runs, 3 of them earned. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. He faced 23 batters and now has a rather high ERA, which can always come down the season go on. Bob Bolin came in, struck out 1 in 1 1/3 innings. Ron Herbel came in, pitched 2 beautiful innings for the Giants. Struck out 2, gave up a hit. And Bob Purdy came in the 9th inning, gave up 2 walks, did manage to strike out 1. The Giants had 6 strikeouts for the entire team. 4. Pittsburgh Pirates. Bob Veale pitched 8 1/3 innings. He will get the win. Gave up 4 runs on 4 hits. Walked 4, struck out 5. He did give up the home run to Jesus Alou in the 9th inning, his first of the season. Al McBean came in, got the save. Pitched 2/3 of innings and got the save on two straight players. For our bats, and we'll go up to the Giants first. It's only fair. 4 hits. All 3 out of the 4 were done by Jesus Alou. Nobody else really got a hit. But they all scored after they walked. Jesus Alou got all 4 of San Francisco's RBIs. Rarity for a game. So basically it was Pittsburgh 6, Jesus Alou 4. Harvey Keene got the other hit for the San Francisco Giants. There were no doubles, no triples. Jesus Alou got the lone home run. He had a stolen base also. Jesus Alou had a ball game. Jim Ray Hart, Harvey Keene, and Jose Pagan all had errors. The Giants left 4 bases, four runners. Fielding wise, William McCovey had 7 of them. Of course, the catcher had 6 on the strikeouts. William McCovey had 7, and Jose Pagan had 4 assists in the game. For the Pittsburgh Pirates, they left 9 batters. They had gifts. They had 8 hits. Bill Verdon had 3 of them. Had 1 RBI. Bob Bailey had his lone hit for 2 RBIs. Don Clendenin had 2 hits, 2 for 4 for 2 RBIs. Nobody really did anything else after that. Schofield had a double. Don Clendenin had a double. There were no triples. Bob Bailey, Don Clendenin each had 2 RBIs. And sacrifice hit was done by Bob Veale. That is our game for tonight. It ends opening day for the 1965 season. Let me save this real quick. A well-played game by our Pirates, and they win. I always enjoy doing these games, as I always tell everybody. If you have NP3, I make a suggestion. What you got to do is you save the game first in the up there, right above the option, the file. Do your save as? Set it. I set up five folders for one for each year that I do. I got the team in. I get the cursor in there, put the date, and then when I'm done, I go up top. It says for text files. Pick it up. That's where you're gonna get the stats that you really want for this game. And I think the more I'm learning the game, the more I'm liking this better than probably anything else. It's a stats geek's dream, but at the same time, it's a perfect game for everybody else to enjoy. And I think that's very important to all of us. I'm going to take a look. I'm going to take a hard look at APA. See what I can do with them. See if I get deals. I thank you, Beals, for showing up. I'm not sure who the second person who's watching the game. Whoever you are, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Anybody else who comes onto the field, please enjoy. Leave a comment. I'll always sub to them. Yes, I did make voice mistakes today. I apologize. I am going to see if I can find a broadcast channel and see if I can start getting some of the banter down a little bit better for our game so that we can make this more interesting. I'm going to shut it down for about a week or so. I'm going to be working again on it. What I'm doing is I'm going into Retro Sheet and Baseball Reference. I'm going to find the disabled lists. I'm going to find the anything like that, the call-ups and the send-downs. That's one thing this game does lack. It's a minor problem, but if I work hard at it, I can do it. And I've got a surprise for you guys once I get back in. And I just got to wait for the right date to do it. You guys will have a ball. I will have a ball, and hopefully you all enjoy. Again, thank you very, very much. Beatles, thank you very much. I know it's about 4:30 a.m. over there in the Netherlands. Hopefully you get over to England and enjoy it. And if you ever get over to England, please get over there and cheer for my favorite football club, Veale, Liverpool. I'm a Liverpool fan. I got a lot of Navy friends here who are fans of Arsenal. And also, if you get it, bring a camera with you. Please check out the Dutch girls field hockey teams. They got the tightest uniforms. My God, they're hot. Take care, partner. And everybody else, have a great day. I'll be back on in a few days. I'm going to play with this a little bit. I may come in over the weekend, toss a couple of games there. We're going to go to 1967. This is where we're going to go. We're going to play second day in 1967. For NP3, like I said, Digital Diamond will be shut down until after they bring the update in for version 7. And then we'll go into a doesn't hit here league. We'll go into 1978. Okay, thanks guys. Have a great one.